So if you're a rapper, artist, singer, especially rapper, this is probably the most important video you'll ever watch from me. So what I want to talk about, there's this thing in basketball, right? So I used to play basketball like every day. I go to the Y, and you start to see that the game that you play at a smaller level, like at the Y or like just little basketball leagues for like teenagers or whatever, imitates the NBA, the league. Because they idolize them, the game at a smaller level copies the game at the highest level, so the league. Like one of the biggest examples of this, like imitating the league, is just doing things like setting screens in a basketball game at the Y when it's not really needed, but you just do it because you see your favorite NBA players do it, and so you feel like you need to do it, even though it doesn't really help out in the game at all. You'll see this kind of thing in art too, especially with the rappers, where like the most popular rappers, they don't talk about anything, you know what I mean? I mean, of course there's rappers that break this stereotype. I'm a fan of rap myself too, even stuff like this, you know what I mean? Especially if it has good melodies, but you can't help but notice that a lot of these rappers don't talk about anything, and you'll see this replicated at the smaller level too. So you have a lot of smaller rappers who are trying to, grow and make it. They're not talking about anything either because they idolize these people who don't talk about anything. So they're going to talk about the same thing. They won't feel the need to talk about their story or won't feel the need to talk about things that actually are worth talking about. Why would you want to make art that doesn't mean anything? You know what I mean? The whole point of art is to express what needs to be expressed, to help other people, to make an impact. You're going to make an impact doing nothing. But if you actually start talking about the things that need to be talked about, like more advanced like topics or like your story especially, then you're going to really start to break through because people actually want to hear that stuff. It automatically separates you because there's millions of underground artists on SoundCloud who all talk about the same things, talk about money, how much money they make, their fame, women, drugs, whatever. But if you talk about something like for example, like with Christ, you talk about something like that, it automatically separates you. Nobody, one, cares to talk about it, and two, nobody does talk about it because they don't care about it, because they just want to be like their favorite rapper. One of the biggest questions you need to ask yourself is, are you just trying to be an artist for the sake of it, or are you actually trying to help people and make an impact with your art? So this is an example of what I'm talking about. Like, he's not talking about anything. Like, it's a cool melody, it's a cool beat, it's a cool vocal melody, it's catchy, but what is he talking about? And so you see this at the smaller level too. If you want to see like an actual artist that's talking about something, when you actually talk about stuff too, it can make up for a lack in skill. Like Sky Blue's good, but he's not like a Joe Kenji where he can like make crazy melodies and whatever. He's just a rapper, but he actually talks about stuff, so you want to listen to it. It makes you connected to the artist more, makes you connected to their art, and they're gonna always stand out. You're gonna always come back to them because you can't find it anywhere else.
Listen, I'm here to break the code, decipher the matrix in this land of fakeness. These claims ain't baseless. Take this right to the head, freestyling, speak silent. They wanna increase violence, keep our minds stuck in a trap. Flood the hood with crack, what's the plan? This stereotype, black chalk bodies in the street. Their motives discreet, repeat false hope. Politicians lying through their teeth and we believe them.
Like you can see the crazy difference. Like it might just be something for me, but it changes how you listen to music when you discover something like that.
Ay, it wasn't me that put me in this position. God showed the signs and I'm the one that paid attention. Yeah, that's it. Ay, God bless me with a gift. He don't run on front lines. He the type to take a hit. Yeah. On this journey I embarked, I'm just doing my part. I'm firm guard in my heart. God set us apart. We taking God to the charts. He a real life superhero. I ain't talking Tony Stark. Check this.
Like you can actually tell what these people stand for. They actually stand for something, and that's gonna set you apart completely from any other rapper. It's your story and what you stand for that sets you apart. There's so many good rappers that if you're just talking about the same thing, you're wasting your time, really. What does Young Thug stand for? Like his songs are good, but what does he stand for? Like, you see what I mean? Like, what does he stand for? Nothing. Problem is, a lot of people are just nothing. They don't care about nothing. They're not motivated. They don't have anything to offer. They're just nothing. They're lost. And so if it's going to translate over to the music. If you're lost, you're not saved, you're not going to talk about anything. Don't idolize people at the top. Make your own music, stand for something, and actually talk about stuff in your music, and you will go way farther, way faster as well. And this is also because a lot of people just identify with their art. and they don't care about making an impact at all. They just want to be an artist, be seen as an artist, just so they can find comfort in that. And that's why it's so important to have a relationship with God, because you don't need that comfort in art or anything else. And it just shows in the art, like you don't stand for anything, you're not trying to help anybody, you're just doing it just so you can make money. Like you're doing it completely selfishly. You know, I was doing graphic design. I was doing the same thing. Like I was just putting out posts every day with no purpose. There's no message behind it. I was not trying to help people. And the only time I was giving out tips and stuff like that was just so I could provide more value to people, so that I would be pushed on Instagram more. You're not going to find comfort in that ever. It's a battle you'll never win. So if you really want to make it as an artist, start developing a relationship with God, or just find a way to find contentment, but you probably will not find that anywhere else. So you may need to step back. What I had to do was I just had to step back from art and just work on something else. I stopped doing graphic design. I started doing video editing, and then now I'm back in a place where I can actually start getting back into the art from a safe place where I'm not going to get sidetracked or whatever. And if I do get sidetracked, then it's not going to be for very long, because I already see the pattern. And it's fine if you want to make art like that, but don't expect it to be easy. It's actually going to be a lot harder for you, and don't expect yourself to have a long-lasting career with your art, because if you stand for nothing, you're going to be very easily replaceable.